सर? शुभदीप चक्रवर्ती।
सर कहाँ से आप जा रहे थे और अभी क्या बताया गया सर?
हम अभी जम्मू से दिल्ली होके बेंगलुरु जाने का प्लान था। सुबह 10:15 में फ्लाइट था, तो वो कैंसिल डिले होता रहा था। तो सुबह सुबह मैसेज मिल रहा था कि थोड़ा डिले हुआ है, लेकिन वो मैसेज बैक टू बैक आ रहा था। तो उसके बाद फाइनल स्टेडी स्टेट में पहुंचा कि 12:35 में वो फाइनल है। तो उसके बाद कोई अपडेट नहीं मिला, तो हम लोगों को लगा कि यही है फाइनल, तो आ जाए। यहाँ आने के बाद पता चला कि वो 320 हो गया है, और मेरा जो दिल्ली से बेंगलुरु का कनेक्शन है वो तो छूट गया। उसका ऑल्टरनेट क्या है वो भी पता नहीं अभी, और ये 320 वाला भी फाइनल है या नहीं वो भी पता नहीं। तो
इसी इंडिगो में ही हो सकता है,
ये पता नहीं लग रहा है। मेरा इंडिगो का है। यस।
ये मतलब अभी ये क्या बता रहे हैं कि
ये जस्ट बता रहा है कि कैंसिल नहीं हुआ है, जस्ट डिले हुआ है, लेकिन मुझे नहीं लग रहा है कि ये होगा। मतलब
3:20 का अभी बता रहे हैं।
3:20 पे बोल रहा है अभी। क्या होगा फाइनली पता नहीं।
आपका नाम क्या?
मेरा नाम परेश। तो मैं भी वही।
आप भी इंडिगो से जा रहे हैं?
हाँ, इंडिगो से ही जा रहा हूँ।
कहाँ से कहाँ?
तो जम्मू से दिल्ली जा रहा था, तो वही सुबह सुबह सेम मैसेज आया। सुबह एक के बाद एक डिले होते जा रहा है। अभी तो आकर पता चला कि बहुत डिले हो गया है 320 तक। तो 10:15 से एकदम से 320 हो गया है।
कुछ बताया रीजन क्यों हो रहा है? क्या
कुछ रीजन तो आया नहीं है, कुछ ऑपरेशनल प्रॉब्लम बता रहे हैं, मैसेज आ रहा है। दैट्स ऑल। ऑपरेशनल प्रॉब्लम।
ठीक है, तो अभी कितना दिक्कत हो रहा है? मतलब आपने आगे भी कहीं जाना था?
आगे तो मुझे जाना है, बट भुवनेश्वर जाना है, बट काल जाना है। काल में रहे कनेक्टिंग, तो आज नहीं है। बट आज अभी दिल्ली तक जाना है, होटल भी बुक किया गया है। कैसे पता नहीं कैसे जाएंगे, बट थैंक यू।
IndiGo is the largest private player in this field, and it operates from cities to cities and connects thousands of people. But at the same time, there are hundreds of complaints of non-accuracy, delay, final hour cancellations. But at the same time, we don't have any national airline. No Air India, nothing now. So we have to bank on all these private players. I think the IndiGo can correct its infrastructure and position, and the Union Ministry must take care of it. We don't have any other option left out now.
The reason behind, if you see, IndiGo operates approximately 2,200 flights all over India, and major cities being Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Hyderabad and Bengaluru. And most of these flight disruptions, cancellations, delays, they have been attributable to, firstly, the crew shortage. They have not upgraded sufficient number of first officers to captains. And on some fleets, they have been allowing pilots to leave. That is one. Secondly, they have been inducting aircraft. It must be appreciated that when you induct an aircraft, you must have the adequate number of crews per aircraft. And this planning has to be done at least 6 months to 7 months before the induction of the aircraft. Thirdly, IndiGo's pilots were flying less, about 55 to 57 hours, and after 1st November, they had offered pilots to buy back the leave. There were not much takers in that, because pilots, after all, they also require rest and all, because it's not necessary that every pilot is flying 55 or 57 hours at that time. Some would be flying 85, 90 hours also. So there was no equal distribution of flights. That is one. The next point is very important, pertinent. The crew rostering of the pilots was totally inappropriate. They did not plan the crews correctly, and which led to further chaos. The routing of the aircraft each aircraft, it is when it does a series of flight, and the crew which is going to operate those flights, those required to be well planned and streamlined. In both the cases, they have failed. They have not done a proper planning. Crews have been doing a lot of deadheadings, right? And with the result, it has led to cancellations and delays. Lastly, after the second phase of the FDTL new CR came into effect by the order of the Delhi High Court, on 1st of November, immediately they approached the DGCA and took variation, which we have asked the DGCA how the variation or dispensation has been given to IndiGo and other airlines, because this CR had to be implemented. So we had written to the DGCA and to the Ministry of Civil Aviation that this should be reverted back. The FDTL CR is for safety purposes, not for commercial purposes. The airlines are taking an advantage to how to circumvent. Last 2 years, this tamasha is going on in this country. Safety is not the factor, and what they are doing is that all the airlines, they are taking shortcuts to safety. God forbidding there is an accident, then who is to be held responsible for this mess? So I request the DGCA and the Ministry of Civil Aviation not to give this such dispensations and variations, and let the CR be implemented in totality, and that will be in the interest of the air safety in the country. The next point, there are a lot of remedial measures which IndiGo has to take. From 90% plus OTP, they've dropped to 30%. They need to fix all these issues. These issues cannot be fixed by just going to the government and asking dispensations. That is not the answer. Secondly, a lot of media reports have been reporting wrongly about weather. There is no weather. There is no winter set in Delhi and other places in the country. So the incorrect reporting is being done by the media. So I request even the media to report the correct and the truth facts rather than going by what the airline says. It is very important for any citizen of the country to know the truth. So the truth should prevail, and the media is the best source to give the truth and to reach every person. So I request once again, in the interest of the safety of the country, the flight and duty time of the pilots should not be compromised, and the ministry should ensure before the aircraft come in any airline, they have the requisite amount of crews before the aircraft lands up. Otherwise, there will be total chaos in the country, the passengers will be put to inconvenience, and it will jeopardize safety.